In 2003, the Texas legislature reenacted the medical malpractice liability statutes under Chapter 74 of the Civil Practice and Remedies Code. Medical malpractice is a term that defines what happens in a medical setting when a doctor who's treating a patient or a healthcare provider who's treating a patient commits an act of negligence. Today, the statute is very broad and encompassing and includes hospitals, physicians, nursing staff, a multitude of different healthcare providers are defined under Chapter 74. We specialize in medical malpractice cases. We've handled medical malpractice cases for many, many years. If you are involved with a scenario where you believe you have been a victim of medical malpractice, it's important to know what your rights are. Under the laws in the state of Texas, the standard of care for a doctor or a healthcare provider that is negligent in a healthcare setting is defined as what a reasonable healthcare provider, such as a doctor or nurse, would have done under the same or similar circumstances. For instance, if you've been misdiagnosed, if a surgical procedure that you've had done goes wrong, or a multitude of different scenarios where the healthcare provider deviated or fell below the appropriate standard of care, that could be construed as a medical negligence or a medical malpractice lawsuit. Again, we specialize in cases of this nature, and it's important to know your rights in order to determine whether or not you have a case or a claim can be made. One very important aspect of Chapter 74 of the Civil Practice and Remedies Code is that it now puts caps on damages. Prior to the enactment of this statute, Texas law allowed a person that was a victim of medical malpractice to recover unlimited non-economic damages. When I use the term non-economic damages, we're talking about pain, suffering, mental anguish, disfigurement type damages. Now, under the statute, those damages are capped at $250,000. So knowing your rights, knowing what types of damages you may have or may be entitled to recover is very important, which is why it is important to contact a lawyer that specializes in cases of this nature in order to determine whether or not you have a case and whether something can be done to hold the healthcare provider responsible for what they should have done or what they did inappropriately. If you've been a victim of medical negligence or medical malpractice, call me. My name is BRENT Cordell. I'm a board-certified personal injury attorney in Houston, Texas. I've handled cases all over the state of Texas and throughout the United States. I've got vast experience handling medical negligence cases, and I can determine whether or not you have a case that would be right for us to help you with, and if there is something, we will fight for your rights.